Assalamualaikum to Dr. Jalila and my friends. I would like to thank you for taking the time to watch my presentations. Today, I would like to present on Farm Fresh Company strategic plan. Firstly, I would like to explain briefly on the company background. Farm Fresh Milk Neighborhood is a company based in Malaysia that operates in dairy industry. It was first established on October 10, 2007. Farm Fresh is an agriculture company that provides fresh milk as its core product to the consumer. Other than fresh milk, this company also produces fresh soy milk, yogurt drink, and the latest one which is coconut milk. Farm Fresh came out as the first milk company which originated from Malaysia and owned by the founder from Malaysia. Just 6 years since inception, Farm Fresh now produces the best-selling fresh milk in Malaysia. They are also competing with other major competitors such as Dutch Lady, Good Day, and Nestle. Next, let's take a look into the formulation part. The first one is on SWOT and TOS metric. The SWOT metric is an important matching tool that help managers develop four types of strategy, which are SO, WO, ST, and WT strategies. In SO strategies, farm fresh use their internal strength to take advantage of the external opportunity. They increase the number of products sold to the market, sold their product with a lower cost, and increase the awareness of the benefit of farm fresh to the audience of reality show that they sponsored. In WO strategies, Farm Fresh improved their internal weakness by taking advantage of the external opportunity. This company increased more advertisement on the media to the consumer, do a charity or campaign to increase the awareness of their products, and sold the product with a lower price. In ST strategies, this company used their strength to reduce the impact of external threat. They can do this by producing more fresh and high-quality fresh milk compared to the other imported brand, introduce another milk flavor that cannot be copied by other brands in terms of its taste, and produce the products in a short time to maintain its freshness and quality. Last but not least, in WT strategies, Farm Fresh use defensive tactics directed at reducing internal weakness and avoiding external threat. They do more attractive advertisement to increase consumer preferences to their product and control the effectiveness of pasteurization process to destroy the pathogen that may contaminate their product. The second metric is competitive profile metric. The most important critical success factor for dairy industry are customer loyalty, flavor variability, and product quality. This indicated by 0.15 for customer loyalty and product quality and 0.17 for flavor variability. Based on this CPM, Farm Fresh showed 3.40 score which is higher than Nestle and Good Day but lower than Dutch Lady. Dutch Lady showed the highest score since it has a higher customer loyalty than Farm Fresh as the brand exists earlier than Farm Fresh in the market. The third one is BCG metric. This metric graphically portrays differences between divisions based on two dimensions which are relative market share position and market growth rate. From the BCG metric, we can see that fresh milk falls on the star quadrant. This is good for the company, but as for the yogurt and fresh soy milk, they are both false on the question mark quadrant. The market growth rate increase very fast, but they are relatively low in relative market share. Thus, they need to question either to invest more money to the product or not in order for them to let it move to the star quadrants. If they are unable to generate profit and increase the relative market share for the product will fall to the dog quadrants. That's why they must decide whether to strengthen their product by pursuing an intensive strategy or to sell them. Okay, moving on to the last stage, which is quantitative strategic planning metric. QSPM is a tool that allows strategists to evaluate alternative strategies objectively based on the previously identified external and internal key success factor. We can see here the left column consists of key external and internal factor from the stage 1 and the top row consists of feasible alternative strategy from the stage 2. Based on the QSPM, two alternative strategies chosen from fresh are forward integration to improve current channel and distribution and market penetration by performing a lot of promotion. When we sum up the total attractiveness score, the second strategy shows a higher sum total attractiveness score, which is 3.86 compared to the first strategy, which is only 3.19. This shows that the second strategy was the most attractive and should be implemented by Farm Fresh Company. Moving on to the implementation part. In market segmentation, FarmFresh subdividing their market into distinct subsets of customers according to their behavior in terms of the user status. Instead of producing full cream milk, FarmFresh also release full cream milk lactose-free. This is good for their potential users who have lactose intolerance. In product positioning, currently FarmFresh offering their product in higher price and higher quality. When the new strategy implemented, I would like FarmFresh to be a product that provide a high quality of milk with the lowest price compared to the other competitors such as Dairy, Gode, and Nestle. Here are some issues and solutions arise in FarmFresh. Firstly is finance issue. FarmFresh and Berhad will become the first country's dairy company listed in Bursa, Malaysia. They are now in the process of applying for a listing and will issue an initial public offering IPO. They are expecting the IPO to be issued in November 2020 and are currently in the process of completing it. This IPO is essential to allow FarmFresh to raise their capital from public investors. The raise in capital will allow FarmFresh to develop new products, build plants, expand and grow more effectively. In order to do this, they are aiming to reach 380 million in sales with 20 to 25% contributed by the FarmFresh entrepreneur segment by 2020. Secondly is R&D issue. In R&D, FarmFresh become a leader as they are becoming the first brand in Malaysia who introduced kurma milk flavor. After the flavor were received by the consumer, the other competitor also start to produce the same flavor as FarmFresh. In order to ensure they are able to gain competitive advantage over the other firm, FarmFresh need an effective management information system, which is MIS. A good information system will allow them to gather, assimilate and evaluate the feedback from the customer and know how the other competitor respond to their new products. Thirdly is production or operation issue. FarmFresh applying re-engineering structure in their company. They are concerning more with employee and customer well-being than shareholder well-being. From this re-engineering structure, FarmFresh able to retain their existing employee. During the re-engineering, employee skills can be improved as their system are evolved. FarmFresh also can improve their quality of fresh milk by redesigning their milk production process. Lastly is human resource issue. In balanced work life, FarmFresh are committed to provide an environment that supports balanced work life for their employee. It can help them to retain a more loyal and productive workforce. Recently, FarmFresh company held the picnic at the farm concert carnival featuring the top 8 Gagavaganza season 6 contestants as well as the big stage second winner. According to the CEO, which is Mr. Azmi Zainal, the event aims to honor the company's team and employee for their hard work. Lastly is evaluation part. In evaluation, the first step to do is reviewing the underlying basis of the organization strategy. This could be approached by developing a revised EFE metric and IFE metric of FarmFresh. As shown from the table, the most significant key external and internal factor was chosen from the previous EFE and IFE metric. The next step is measuring the organizational performance. It is an important step in identifying the firm's current performance with the expected one. The final strategy evaluation activity is taking corrective actions. It requires making changes to the competitively repositions a firm for the future. FarmFresh doing this by getting a feedback from customers on how to improve their products in the future by revising the idea and opinion, and perform a greater marketing strategy on television and social media to attract more customers to buy their product. To summarize, a good strategic planning enables the company to propose the best strategy to be implemented in their firm. In formulation part, FarmFresh able to assess its current situation by performing an internal and external audit. It also involves identifying the organization's strength, weakness, as well as opportunity and threat. The formulation also helps the company to evaluate the best strategy to be chosen from the QSPM. In implementation part, this company able to identify some issue that would be arise and find out the best solution to be used on that issue. Lastly, in the evaluation part, it enables FarmFresh to evaluate the performance of various strategies after the implementation phase. It also helps FarmFresh to evaluate their company performance and take the best corrective action. That's all from me. Thank you.